All right. Live. You were Eric. Apparently, that was.
Yeah,
fun.
I was stuck in the. I'm like, what the hell is this? It wouldn't. I don't know what it was doing.
We're here. We're ready. We're going to do this. What's up?
Yeah.
Pilar said, "I'm actually here before the boys." So yes.
Well, yeah. Well, that doesn't count because she's been laying out in the sun in her yard, so it's not like she was really doing anything anyway.
Yeah, well, it's dark here. Let me fix the light here. I'm still finding all sorts of confetti all over the place. So.
Oh yeah. That was a brilliant thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Always a great idea. And the crazy part is I had done it before, and I thought it was
yeah, that's what totally amazed me. Was like, I did this before, and you know what happened the last time, so why not try it again?
That's the that's the definition of insanity, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So
absolutely.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Oh yeah, you like that?
That is really nice.
Big interview, so I want to.
Yeah, you kind of a big deal. Cool.
Kind of a big deal.
Pilar says it still counts. I've been watching mask making videos, so there we go. So,
not the movie Mask. You remember that one?
Yes, I do. It was a great movie with Jim Carrey.
No. What was the other one? Now I can't think. It was Cher.
I don't know about that one.
Just Mask.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that was a decent one too.
All right. So welcome into Q&A with TNA. I'm A. He's T. Should we switch? Here, we'll switch sides. Hold on. I'll be right back.
What?
There. Now we switch sides.
No, it still doesn't matter. It's still the back way.
I know, but now it's on TNA. The screen. It's TNA. So there we go.
So I should just have T as mine and you A there.
Yeah. So anyhow. All right, Valerie. Hello, fellows. Renee, Tanya. Pilar says, "Oh, you're thinking of the one with Eric Stoltz." Does that sound right?
I don't know who that is, but sure.
Okay.
I just know I had Sharon and she was a biker mom.
Yeah. All right. So Todd, Q&A here time.
Yeah.
The first one on the list there. I don't know if you've seen this list.
Maybe. I looked at it earlier, I believe.
I don't have an answer to this one. I was hoping that maybe Batman would be here to help us out here, but we need a embroidery person.
Oh yeah. I did.
Do you know that one, or should we skip that one for now?
I'm not even.
All right, we'll skip it.
I look at the what is it? The Bruden? Is that what it is?
Baradin?
Baradin? Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna skip that since you don't even know how to say the name. Right. So we're good.
Right.
We're good. All right, here we go. Great question here though. What is the best way to advertise your services locally?
Ooh, I think Facebook far and away. We do between Facebook and the local swaps that are on Facebook and the swap groups and the buy sell trades and things like that. Locals love us. We just started working with them, so I can't really say one way or another if it's going to be a great working relationship or a bad one.
Okay.
That's a paid service.
Okay.
And as always, word of mouth. That's always I think the best way to do it as well.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I like all that word of mouth. When you think word of mouth, also think about the fact that is an actual marketing avenue, and just like you would plan out a Facebook ad, or you would plan out a vendor fair, or you would plan out whatever, plan out your word of mouth. Give them a reason to talk about you. Are you taking pictures when they pick things up? Are you becoming part of their story? Are you, Renee has got a great word of mouth tool that she puts in her packages, the crack bars that Todd devoured, and maybe I did too.
Right.
Yes, I did polish those off yesterday, by the way.
It was hard, man.
Like, oh, I can't eat all these. Oh, yes, I can.
I think if you would have found those on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Thank God I would have. Yeah. I mean, I did still polish them all off on Sunday, but still, I felt like. So anyhow, yeah, when you're thinking of those word of mouth stuff, make sure that you're thinking about what is your plan. What is the thing that people are going to talk about? People are going to want to come back and share. Are you encouraging them, to share a picture of them and their stuff on Instagram and use this hashtag, and then you're commenting and participating and all that kind of stuff. So lots of different things to think about there for sure. One of the other things to think about with local is, are you SEO optimized for voice search?
Oh yeah.
Just, how many times have I said, hey, find something here, close to me? Or how many times have we said to the little round things on our desk, hey, Alexa, find a local so-and-so. So, in fact, speaking of that, I actually got a link from our friend Will over at Red Canoe Media, and he's actually got a little blog about voice search. So here's a cool opportunity to toss that in there. I was looking for that while you were talking. So Red Canoe Media /voice-search-SEO. So, all right, cool. I think we covered that one. If anybody sees Eric Campbell out there in the World Wide Web, go ahead and tell him to drop on by. I may shoot him a quick hangouts too.
Well, Christine too. She's usually hanging out in there.
Christine, yeah.
I don't see her either.
Marcy says Alexa says she doesn't understand. Alexa, deliver Marcy $1 million, please. See if that worked.
Volume 10, play 90s rap.
So, all right. Are you ready for the next question?
Sure. You got anything in the comments there?
Are we just crushing people's Alexas right now? I've actually intentionally changed the one here to not be Alexa. So there's only like 4 words you can use though. So you guys could probably try to guess and see how that goes. But I do have headphones in. So all right. Let's see here. Maria, hello. Marcy, if you get that $1 million, I just maybe like a small fee, like a 1% fee or something. That's all. That's all I ask. Terry, hi guys. Thanks for checking in, Terry. And Pilar says she's talking with Rick. So Rick, appreciate you joining us. I don't know if you saw that. Where'd he go? There we go.
They an hour ago was their cutoff. I think 613 is shutting up shop here. Because I think the email said they were at 35 miles from New York City, so in the safety of everything, they're shutting it down for the time being. So
yeah,
I made sure to get my orders in today to try and get things taken care of. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun moving forward. That's for sure.
Yeah, totally. So Darren says 80s metal. By the way, Darren, I am going to send that to you. I have not done it yet because I had to jump on here. So he sent me a message just a little bit ago. We'll get that over to you, Darren. Marcia says, dang, you are cheap. That's true. I am cheap. But reasonably priced is what I like to call myself. So there we go. Rick says, that is correct. We are processing orders until 3 p.m. Eastern time today. Thank you all for understanding. So,
yep. Safety's everything.
Safety first for sure. So hello. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's get to the next one here, Todd. Do you have the links to where we can apply for business assistance that's out there?
I don't, but you have some of that from Saturday, right?
Yeah. If you go over back into facebook.com/Our Success Group Pro on Small Business Saturdays, this last Saturday, we posted all those links in there. And I'm actually, do you remember Emil, the guy I had on Two Regular Guys? And I think on Small Business Saturday, he's the guy who started anchorbookkeeping.com.
Oh, yeah. Yep, Anchor. Yep.
He is actually, I'm trying, I can't say for sure right now, but he said he would be more than happy to come on and chat. I'm going to try to see if I can get him on this Saturday. And so we can actually have an actual accountant. He is a CPA, not just like my dad, who was a CPA. So cheers.
I'm not. I left it upstairs. I'm not.
This is water. This is water. So it's okay.
I'm not drinking this today.
So anyhow, I'm working on that. Working on trying to get that out there. If I can get to it, I'll try to post them in here too. But yeah. So there we go. There's that one. Okay, so let's get the next one up here, and then I will go see if I can rouse up Mr. Batman. Okay, Todd, here you go. How important is it to have a Facebook account? I am just starting out and I don't know if I should go website or Facebook first.
Facebook for sure, because even even if you're not selling anything right away, it's an easy way to connect with people, connect with your brand, connect with your business, post your things out there. I remember in February, because that was the month we were moving and had the wedding. So I took February off from it to just to let it go, and because I didn't really care, I had other things going on. So I was like, okay, let's pull off from it from there and see. So then we started back up again in March, and I was actually kind of looking at stuff today when I was trying to do something up, and I took a picture because I was going to send it to you. But the last 28 days, from March 9th to April 5th, we were up 2,534%. Our post engagements were up 10,217%. Our page likes were up 70%. So posting every day doesn't matter. It gets you more things out there, and it doesn't have to be always something like right now we're doing a lot of our QC Strong stuff. We're sharing that with different people. Every day we're posting about the same thing, who's the businesses that are on there, what we're paying out on it. And so people are constantly sharing that. And it's just, because we're doing something there for the community. So by doing those things, yeah, there's proven fact that we just, we 1,000%ed where we were the month before, because, that month before with the move, with the wedding, I didn't really care if a whole lot came in because I had planned out, and I was like, okay, first quarter's usually slow anyway. Let's just do this. Looking back now, knowing if that the Rona was going to be here, I should have started everything sooner and bought toilet paper and hand sanitizer and masks, and then I'd be sitting pretty for a while.
Well, hey, hindsight's 2020, right? That's what they say. Yeah. So,
but yeah, Facebook account, yeah, website then comes after that. I think either they go hand in hand together.
Yes.
So we'll do one there, but Facebook is going to be a quick, simple way for you to get anything, just to get something up and on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say, honestly, though, you should probably do both as soon as possible, and maybe in conjunction with each other, because, we showed in our training that you could set up you could, or Equid, depending on which way you want to talk about that. You could set up an Equid site in 15 minutes. I set up one in 30 minutes, and that was because I was playing with my graphics and stuff. So hello, kitty cat.
They found cords. Saw cords and has to come over here. So I got to hold her so he doesn't try and eat the cords.
So, let's see here. So,
because on the Equid sites, I'm doing it that way. One of the things that I realized that, just trying to think outside the box on things, and you can very easily put anything on there. And even if you don't have anything for sale or you're not sure how to do it, just make one product, make it free, get a quote, and just have that there where they can put in their name, their phone number, their email, the notes on the project, anything like that. So that way it's basically, here's their way for them to reach out to you and tell you what they want. You can have, pictures of the different things that you do in there, but then you're able to get your information on there. You're able to, still have your main logos, do everything there. And, it's just because you don't have anything for sale doesn't mean you can't use it. It works definitely that way.
Yeah.
They can buy a free product, and it's just them going through the process of submitting a quote for you on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And was it yesterday we did Q&A where somebody asked about the Google website stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be as simple as that. The reason so let me just real quick explain my reasoning for saying that you should probably do both and maybe even do them simultaneously, is that if you're setting up the Facebook stuff, the thing with Facebook is Facebook should be used as a tool to get people to your properties, your website or into your store or whatever. But really, having somewhere to go. So what's happening on Facebook should be more of like, hey, I'm teasing what's going on. Click here to come see more, and so even just having a basic website that has your phone number on it, or a form so they can submit a request for quote, or, again, with Equid, you could have a e-commerce site set up in no time. I set up my wife's Shopify account in, it's all about the pictures and the graphics and the stuff like that. So it's it's important that part's going to take more time than any of the setup stuff. So you're going to have to get the pictures and the graphics and the information together for your Facebook account anyways. So why not just do both? And then you have a property that you own that you're bringing people to, as opposed to with Facebook, where when they want to change the rules, they're going to change the rules.
Yep.
It's the way it is. And that's what you're signing up for. It. You know, if you haven't read the whole thing that you agree to,
nobody ever does. That's
nobody ever does
until something happens, and then they get pointed out. Hey, did you read this? So.
Did you read that? Yeah, and I mean, everything you post on Facebook is theirs. So you know, you have to kind of be aware of all those things. So again, just most of your time is going to be more in the graphics and the kind of getting the look the way you want it. So why not just do both? It would be my opinion there. Couple of comments here, just quickly changing gear back to Rick from 613. Says we will let everyone know via email and social media when we are back up. So fingers crossed that's soon for you guys. Again, stay safe. All right. Brian has a really good point here. Google My Business page also. So I haven't looked real deeply into that whole Google thing that we talked about yesterday, Todd, but enough to realize that, it is pretty much all tied in with your Google My Business page, which is really important to set up, whether you have a location, an actual walk-in location or not. All of Google's search kind of originates from there. And they use that kind of Google My Business, which used to be Maps, and they changed the name. Seems like every 6 months, but it all kind of originates from there. So, getting Google My Business set up along with a web page and a Facebook page, that's the way to start. So, what are your thoughts there, Todd?
Yeah, I think, as the more it makes sense, why wouldn't you? It's another platform. You can have your main site that has everything on it. And as long as, the Google My Business and that you can link back to it, why not? If it's free, I'd get as many free accounts of things that I could, and that's whether it's Facebook or Instagram or what we talked about yesterday, Pinterest, it was one that I had forgot about. Any of those, just to get your stuff out there. Yep,
totally. All right. I'm typing with Batman in the background here. So he's driving right now. So I told him, nope, don't come while you're driving. We want you to be safe there,
Batman,
sir.
The Batmobile drives itself.
That's true. I forgot about that part. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Todd, I need to get my Equid account set up. I've been posting pictures of what I do, but haven't got any sales. Any suggestions?
Where have you been posting the pictures at? What have you been posting pictures of? Because usually, it's three things that take to make a sale. Good pictures or video. A good copy, or a good description to bring them, and then a good price. If you have high prices on things that, and I know we shouldn't be basing our prices on what everybody else is selling for, but, if a t-shirt is standard across the board, $25, and you're selling it for $300, you're not Kanye. You're just not going to be able to pull that kind of leverage into for it. So, make sure you're in line with what market calls for. Make sure your pictures are good. One of the things that I see a lot with pictures, especially now, because in the last probably 2 weeks, I've seen on my personal Facebook feed, probably 7 friends, 8 friends there, possibly even up to 10 that are now crafters that are selling stuff because they're at home and they don't have anything to do. So one of the things that I'm definitely seeing is their pictures suck. So make sure you're taking, clean pictures. Nobody wants to see the trash in your background of your place. Nobody wants to, if you're making a video, something, nobody wants to hear, screaming, yelling kids. It's be as professional as you can with it, because, that just is going to portray what they think about you. Okay, if this is how this is. And I'm a weirdo for that. Anytime somebody posts a picture, I rarely look at the main picture first. I always look at the background to see what I can see. That people forget.
I forgot to put pants on, and I got a reflection in there.
That has happened more than once on things that people,
Has it happened to you?
No.
Okay, good.
I wear pants, so
well, that's good. Yes, I always wear pants when most things that I do, so that's good. Okay.
Yeah, I try to wear pants, so so I don't have to worry about that so much.
Yeah.
But it's just and it depends on where you're putting it out there. I mean, if you're putting some out there at one time and where, time and where you're putting it, there's a lot of most things, the places where you're putting, you can go back and look at your analytics to see when people are actually on your site looking at things in that. So if you're posting stuff in the middle of the night, nobody's seeing it, and by the morning, it's gone and forgotten. So those are a couple things.
Yeah, schedule them for the best times. Yep, that's a great point. Yep, cool. Jason says I need to learn how to make an Ecwid site.
There is a class on that.
There's a class on that. In fact, I will post a direct link to.
Yeah, and that one we in the matter of that hour, walking through everything, we built a site from start to I was going to say start to scratch.
Start to scratch.
Start to finish. we built it there. Adding pictures, putting everything on there. So that one, I think that was probably one of my favorite ones to do, because the site that we built was one that we're using. So it worked out nice for us. And, it's always nice when you're able to teach somebody the same thing that you're doing. And once you sign up and you go through that, any questions that you have, send them in, and we'll go ahead and log in and get right there with you to help you get through that part of it.
Correct. Cool. All right. We got that. And not the prettiest link, but that is the fastest and easiest way to get you right there. All right. Let's see here. Get a couple more comments here. Yeah. Brian, when we were talking about Google My Business, you don't have to have a retail shop. Yep. So, and then Dax said, so Aaron, what I hear you saying is set up Facebook and drive traffic to your other sites. 100%. I think that way too often we focus our efforts on driving traffic to Facebook, and trust me, I can 100% guarantee you that Mark Zuckerberg does not need your help getting traffic to his website. In fact, right now their servers are so overwhelmed that they're trying to come up with ways to move traffic around. They're getting so much traffic at their website. So
I wonder why.
Exactly. Again, everybody's staying home and go ahead, Todd.
And the other thing too is a lot of these these platforms that you're going to put stuff on, like Ecwid, you can tie that into your Facebook. So things that you put up for sale on your e-commerce site will show up on your Facebook store. So you're able to do that well.
Yeah. So yes, Dax, you definitely want to think of Facebook as the driver to your properties, as opposed to telling everybody to go to your Facebook page. Yeah, they're already going to be on Facebook.
Yeah, and I know like Dax does quite a bit of different things, and it's just hey, even if you just have that get a quote button, set up that free Ecwid store, hit the get a quote button, or make a single product of them getting a quote. At least it drives them there to capture that information.
Yeah, then you're capturing it, and you're owning that and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, and so they're posting on Facebook and Instagram, Todd, when we were talking about that. I mean, the other thing to think about there is when you're posting on Facebook and Instagram, you're showing people what you're doing. What kinds of things are you doing though to get them engaged? As far as so yes, if you're posting all the time, that's great. But if you're just posting pictures of the product and without, it's like, tell a story around it. There's got to be some sort of story. I love to, on these, try to get pictures of people with your stuff if you can. If you encourage people that have bought from you in the past, or take pictures of yourself. Get people's faces in there. Tell a story about why somebody would want that product. Ask them their opinion. Get feedback. Anything you can do to generate as many comments and shares on those posts is important, because the algorithm, meaning what gets shown to who, doesn't care a thing about the like button. All they care about is the engagement side of it, and the engagement side of it is anybody who's responded with a comment or shared the post. And the comments, the longer that comment is, so if it's just like one word, that doesn't get as much juice as if it's 7 or more words, actually. Right. So, so those are the things to change up a little bit.
So maybe just post your picture and in your thing and whatever you're in, you comment with 7 words or more on why you like this design. It's just, and a lot of it is you won't want to be too salesy. You kind of think, that way. If you're always constantly or posting this for sale, this for sale, this for sale. Some people, just get turned off by that. So, you can show pictures of what you're doing, machines working, doing anything like that. And then, it's that jab hook type thing. If you put 1 to every 5, asking for a sale and put it out there. Now, like with this, when we're doing this QC Strong for that, I'm asking for it all the time because I want it to be shared to get as many people, because really we're not making anything off of it. But at the long game of it is that we're helping the other businesses stay afloat, and maybe when it comes time for them to need other print needs, that they'll remember us in this time. So it's always try to put community first and then go for you.
Yeah, getting that engagement. The other thing I love about what you're posting out there, Todd, is your mock-ups have people in them.
Yeah.
I mean, that you'd think that's a small thing. It's a huge thing. Somebody wearing it, humans, we have to connect with other humans, and just to see this kind of t-shirt laying there, yeah, it looks cool and all, but what we really want to do is see somebody wearing that shirt with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
It's just our subconscious it controls us more than we know. And as much as we think that we're smarter than that, it's been proven over and over again that these little minor tweaks of getting a mock-up that's got people in it, making sure that people see faces, you're talking about engagement, you're talking about the community, the support, all that kind of stuff is very important to continue to drive and grow. So Janessa says, I'm always a background watcher too. And Terry says, I do the same thing. I stage my photos. Yeah. The better the photos you can take, the better off you will be, like you mentioned earlier. Okay. Pilar says, when I used to see boutique clothing for toddlers, so many crafters had their kids model, but didn't think to wash their kid's face first. A critical eye is vital for good pictures. That's a good point.
Maybe it's supposed to be that way. Here's the kids having fun, they got a messy Cheeto face and a white dress. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, for sure. So Marcy says, Equid is so easy as compared to several other options. So good.
Yeah.
Todd, do you see this one? Are you still assisting us with Facebook ads?
Yeah, we've got on that link, right?
All of our members that were part of that, you still can get in on that. So if you were a member, member. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry. So still there, still available. We're ready for you. So
because we got a form for them to fill out on that too. If they had any, wasn't it for? Yep. So they're able to. If you're having issues with that or having any questions, send in the thing, send in an email, and we'll get you going on that. And like I said, it's not an overnight process. It's something we got to remember with Facebook ads is it's a constantly evolving thing. But once it's getting down to where it's at, then you're good to go with it.
Yeah. Todd's getting sick and tired of me going, when are we going to get some action out of this thing?
We got to get this here, and we're in this kind of limbo of where do we send, if we're sending out this message of all this ad and we have a link going here, what happens when the website goes live? Is our link going to then work there? Do we got to change this and go back in? So it's freaking me out on that side of it.
Yeah. We'll get it.
Keep pushing through. And the other thing is, it's hard to get people to open up their emails. I'm sure, everybody that took the 5 keys should have
received. Especially if it's coming from me.
Yeah. Should have received an email today. I received the email, so I know the email did go out. But we're just looking for testimonials on that. We'll see what we get back from it, because if you do a video one, there's a sweet swag pack that we're going to have for you. But that's where a lot of the email stuff. A lot of people don't know. I'm interested to see by tomorrow how many of these got opened. If you did it through, we should be able to see. Okay, well here it is. Here's what opened for it, and maybe. We resend it. Yeah, I think that's going to be our test thing to do, Aaron, is tomorrow we change the title of it and resend it and see how many open on that one. And just, that'll be our little, let's see what it's going to take for people to open this, $1 million inside. First line, gotcha, to open this email.
Here's your key to $1 million. Okay. So Marcia says 3-line comments get the most juice. Tagging in a comment gets some juice too. So there you go. Perfect. Good stuff. Cheers. All right. We got one more here, Todd, and then I think we can call it a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Janessa said, I was just admiring that shirt, Todd. I need to earn myself some OSG swag.
Ooh, well, then I guess you take the video testimonial and then something like that can happen.
Exactly. Cool. All right. Last one here for today, Todd. And we will Okay, here we go. At what point do you decide an order is too big for you and order heat transfers? What company do you recommend? 613, Stahls Transfer Express, or FM Expressions?
613 was my go-to, but as of 3 p.m. Eastern today, they're on shutdown until Corona disappears. So I'll be in the same boat as a lot of people. F&M I have had issues with in the past, so maybe that's been corrected. I don't know. It's been a while since I used them. Stahls had a great product, but their price was a little more for than what we were used to paying for single color stuff. As far as an order size, there is no real magic number because a lot of times you have to look at the time that's involved in something. If you've got a lot of time in weeding, then it makes sense to spend the transfers and get it there because you're saving on labor. Yeah. Some other times, you might have a bunch, but it makes sense that if you've already got the stuff to weed, stop that.
That cat is going crazy,
right? If you got the stuff there, they'll use a basic logo with minimal weeding. Well, if you've got everything on hand, you're not waiting, a couple days for it to be delivered to you. So timeline too. There's been times when we've done 2-day turnaround on stuff that people needed in 2 days, and the cost to overnight do everything that way and the stress of, hey, is it going to show up right? There's a couple times that we ordered from 613 and UPS made the mistake, and things didn't show up on time and they lost packages and things like that. So it's not their fault. It's not my fault. My customer really doesn't care. So we had to, do the stuff in vinyl, and it took us a little longer than we wanted to do, but we just had to do it. But typically my cutoff is about 24. So 24 pieces and under, I'll do vinyl. 24 and above, I'll go transfers. But then again, like I said, it depends on the design. There's some that I know going into it, and I price it that way that I'm not going to even attempt to try and weed it, especially like names on the backs of shirts. When they do like a roster name. So you have, we did a band one on there. I think there was like 30 kids on it. I'm not even, 10 of those. I'm not weeding quarter-inch names. I'm just not going to do it. It's just it's not worth the amount of time it takes for the machine to cut and then to try and weed all those. Send it through for transfers and be good to go with it. Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, to say, at 50, I'm always doing transfers. If you can make more money and you have the time and you have the ability, and that weeding is, I think to me it would be, how much do you hate weeding? And for me, that's a lot.
So. Yeah, and what's crazy is there's people that absolutely love it.
I know.
It's very therapeutic to them, and I want it. If I can get a good design, that's and that's half the thing too. Is you're the designer, so you decide, how much weeding you want to do. And there's a lot of times where I'll use fonts that have a ton of openings in it because I know that it's going to be a single pull, or I know that it's going to create less cavities for me to weed out. But once you get in the groove, I can have fun with it. And now there's other times where I'm just like, this is the dumbest mistake in my life. Why am I doing this? Who did I piss off today to make them order this? And then I realized I designed it, so it was my own fault. So you run into that.
Yep, there you go. Cool. All right, good stuff. Darn it, I did it again. Sorry, everyone.
Bingo.
Have you said so? There's that. I haven't heard that in a little bit.
I've been watching myself. Plus, I didn't have anything to drink, so if I stay quiet, I can't make a mistake, and I have to drink something.
There you go. All right. I think that covers us here. Ree said, I want to do a video, just haven't had time to respond. Totally, Ree, we appreciate that, and we get that time can be of a premium, so we appreciate, and anything we can do to help make it easier too. If we need to use our software here or whatever, it's whatever we can do, we'll make it happen. We appreciate that. Todd, I do have a question for all of the viewers and listeners here, though. Ooh. So here we go. Actually, Marcy, just before we get to my question, I saw this and thought we'd share this real quick. Well, I just got an email for 50% off annual plans with Equid. So there we go.
They do send those out. Yeah, they do send those out randomly. I don't think it's a necessary or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it's a thing to everybody all the time. I think depending where you are and that they just send it out to you, just kind of like in their drip campaign. Hey, you've had this. Why don't you sign up for a plan now? And here's a code to do it. So if you are on Ecwid, you should get at least, I'd say every 6 months get an email like that says, hey, you can have this. So definitely be checking your emails for fun things like that.
I think I got something like that not too long ago. Here we go. Yep, I did. When did this come in? 5 hours ago. For a limited time, we're offering 50% off annual plans for 1 year, so you can access advanced features that will help you grow your business. So sweet.
Yeah.
Check that out. All right. Yeah, there we go. I signed up 2 weeks ago and not returned. I'm sure this is a push to get me back. Yes, same for me. I added that site about 2 weeks ago, and so there we go.
And now, hey, okay, now it's only half this. So even if you just on the business plan, that's $15. Now it's $7.50. So you're gonna that on the bigger plans. That's a big savings on it. And and just like anybody else, hey, they've got it planned out on what they can accomplish and what they actually need to have done, and they want the money now, just like everybody else. So they get it done.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Janessa says, no, I just upgraded. May give him a shout and just say, hey, I heard that there's some 50% offers out there. Any help?
Yeah. What's the worst they can say is no.
No. And then, yeah, you kind of go from there. All right. So my question, Todd, for the viewers, and this is for folks that are not our Success Group members yet. I'm just curious, what's holding you back? What is it that is stopping you from saying, yes, this is right for me? So, again, like you just said, you can always ask, and what's the worst that can happen is they say no. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you're not ready for it. Whatever the case may be, I'm just curious.
Maybe you just don't like Aaron's shirt. I don't know.
Is it too orange? Do I wear too much orange?
I love orange. Never wear enough
chicken wing stuff here. Or is it the bad jokes like Q&A for TNA? Or
that's an amazing joke.
Oh, sorry. Ship happens.
Ship happens. That's an amazing one too. Don't put this on me now.
All right. Well, anyhow, you certainly don't need to answer that right in here, but we'd certainly love to hear from you. Yeah. It's success@oursuccessgroup.com is the best place to reach us. And we are working on a new website. In fact, and then with that comes a new program that we're pretty excited to get off the ground. We just got to get that website going. So we'll be pushing on them. I'm trying to find this here. Just want to put this up here. I can spell and talk at the same time. So anything we missed here today? Yeah, I think I tried doing that yesterday or something.
I can do it all day long.
Can you just go right in though? So what I have to do is I have to start with one and then go to the other. Look at that, man. That's impressive. Do you juggle?
Nope, I don't juggle. I've always wanted to put that on the list to do during quarantine. Learn to juggle, right?
Yep, there you go. All right, so we will pop that up there. So yeah, any feedback you guys have for us, we would really.
In the wings.
What?
You see what's in the lobby?
No. Oh my goodness, the man, the myth, the legend. Holy cow. All right, let's keep doing that. Let's get
the man,
there he is.
Oh,
we'll get a little feedback
Holy
there
cow.
from you.
All right, let's
he's listening to us at the same time.
We'll get a little feedback at the same time.
Hey everybody.
There we go. All right, Eric, give me one
Second.
second.
Like I can't hear anybody now. I'm not getting your audio.
You're not getting.
All right, Eric, give me 1 second.
Now Aaron's audio is gone.
Well, I muted my microphone. Hey, Eric, we will post. Here, I'm going to post this in the banner, and then Todd and I will be quiet and let you talk.
You got it. All right, folks. So I hear that the question is, what is a good beginner's embroidery machine? And as I often do, I'm going to give you a super complicated answer that will not be easy to follow. Because what everybody wants me to do is jump on here and say, all right, go get X brand embroidery machine. The problem is that there's not a good answer for that. What you really have to look at is support, whether that's official support or unofficial support. You want a community of users that is vibrant and willing to talk, because the people on the ground are going to be able to tell you how the embroidery machine runs more than anything. You do want to look at official support. How are you going to get trained? How are they going to help you facilitate using this embroidery machine? But you also have to look at repair costs. We're talking about total cost of ownership here. How much will it take to get somebody out to your location to fix this thing? And this also counts when we're talking about used machines versus new machines. If you go for a used machine, especially if you're brand new in the industry, since we're talking about beginners embroidery machines, you may not know if something that's going wrong in your embroidery is because you are messing up or because your used machine is not up to snuff. So the things you have to look out for on used machines, look for parts availability as well as repairs, because there's like a machine that I used to love. It's a Brother commercial embroidery machines that are no longer made. Love it. BAS 415. I did a lot of work on those things. Lovely little single head. If I bought it right now, it's a boat anchor. As soon as something goes electronics, it's dead. Zero parts availability. So sometimes you'll see one of those things come up for a couple grand or literally $1,500 for a machine that should be, costing you 14 grand. And so people go and buy these things, but as soon as something burns out, it's dead. So really what you're looking for, once again, total cost of ownership. Are there parts available? Is it going to be supported? And that's going to vary by region. When you talk to somebody who's selling you a machine, find out how hard it's going to be to get a tech out to your location to fix it. So good beginner's embroidery machine, one that costs the least amount for you to run, one that you can get support on, and that has the abilities that you need. That's the other one thing too. Some people will go for a prosumer level embroidery machine. And if you're doing a lot of hats, structured hats with foam, going with a light embroidery machine that's not going to handle that won't be good for you. So make sure it has the capacity to do what you need to do for your market. You'll have to know your market to know this stuff. Check for throughput, prosumer level home style machines, low throughput, slower machines. So you have to think about how much you need to produce, and then check about total cost of ownership. What's going to happen when this thing needs to be repaired? Can I get parts for it? Can I get somebody out to fix it?
Amazing info.
So that's it, folks.
Thanks, Eric. All right, we're bouncing in before we start getting a whole bunch of feedback. Eric, you're the man. Thank you, sir. Love it. Drive safe out there. And guys, he pulled over off to the side of the road for us, Todd. That's pretty darn awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's why we love him. All right, let's see here. Let's stay on the embroidery thing here real quick. Marcy says, Melco 16 needle, love mine. Big Bertha is wonderful. She is my pal. Warranty is great. She's over 6 years old. Love customer service and support, commercial level. So Melco 16 needle, there you go. There's a great suggestion. Yeah. We'll go with that. Now, back when you were doing this whole thing,
Yeah.
Pilar says, now switch your hands. Now flip it.
So I gotta go from here, and then I gotta go from here.
Oh, see, you're rubbing on your head.
I gotta rub, and then I gotta pat.
You gotta pat. Yeah, there you go.
And then I gotta pat. I think it's easier to do with your dominant hand.
Yeah, probably so. Eric, no need to be sorry. You were awesome. Thank you so much for just jumping in.
Very nice. Great information from the source right there.
Yep, from the man, and then extra boot from Marcy there. Now, Marcy did say why she did sign up to answer my question, if that helps, Todd. So I'll tell you why I did sign up. I've been using the internet for 30 years. I felt I was probably stagnant. You all are younger than me, so new blood. There we go.
All right.
Love it. Thank you, Marcy. Appreciate that.
All right. Let me get for a while.
All right. Did we miss anything, Todd?
I don't think so. I think we're good. We're at 45 minutes. So yeah, I think we got everything.
I think we did it. All right. Sounds good. Well, again, if you guys love to hear your feedback and see what's going on. So success@oursuccessgroup.com. I'm trying to see if I spelled that right. SUCCESS.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And if you want to get some questions in for tomorrow, what time?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Oh, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm sorry. Yep. Tomorrow.
So
what time is
Tuesday with Todd? We're going to do it at 4. And we're going to probably go over scheduling your day in this new kind of, this new norm. I found that, man, like I said, time does not seem to matter anymore unless you need to still order stuff, because apparently your manufacturers still want to have shipping cutoff times and that. So, now more than ever, I found myself, lacking a little more motivation in the morning to do things, because it's nice to kind of hang out with the kids a little more and then start a little later, but those deadlines are still there. So then you're kind of balls of the wall for a good hour or two to try and get everything taken care of before shipping times cut off. So talk a little bit about that. things that we can do to just try and stay going straight right now. I know a lot of people are stressing out, and it seems like each day it's getting worse and worse for people because we're just tired of being cooped up in the house. And I know, like here, we get one nice day for every 3 days, and it's tough, especially when you're a house full of kids. I mean, right now I'm pretty sure my homeschool kids are going to fail. I think the dean is already.
We graduated ours already. We're like, hey, yeah. You graduated, good, done.
Yeah, I think is going to become involved in our house shortly. I think it's going to be a crazy time, and that's probably against the teachers or the parents because I don't know. So there's a lot going on. So I think we just got to kind of do what we can do to keep everybody's spirits up, and hey, everything's going to be good to go.
Yep, good to go. There we go. All right, so a couple last comments here before we close out, Todd. CSK, Tajima, Barradin, all super solid brands. Melco, if you like auto tensioners and the networking, lots to check out. Ask questions. So there we go. Marcy says, I'm throwing out my clocks. I can't get any schedule. The body clock is broken. Yeah. It is tough, but it is important to do your best to maintain that. Like you said, that things are a little bit different. One of the best things that's helped us and our homeschool kiddo is the fact that we are trying to kind of set some scheduling and have him have a schedule too, instead of, okay, iPad, and then, we got to rush and get 3 hours worth of homework done in an hour before you go to bed kind of thing. Yep. So it's helping all of us. So good stuff. Darn it. I'm working on it. All right, Todd. Well, that was fun, man. So tomorrow, Tuesdays with Todd at 4 p.m. Central Time.
Yep.
Wednesday, we'll be back with Q&A. So we need those questions. So right up there above me, our successgroup.com/QA, or right down below us.
Yeah.
So you got all that. Cool. Thanks, guys. We'll look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow, Tuesdays with Todd. Wednesdays back here with the two of us. And Thursday, probably a little more.
Perfect.
Q&A.
Sounds good.
All righty. Yep. And as Marcy says, stay home, be healthy, wash your hands, and be safe. Put a mask on if you go outside. All right, guys. Take care.